Hello, good people. It's your village champion and your girl, Erina TL. Thank you so much for all the support and the love. So, we are still in a Lebtong village. Today, we are learning how to make shear nut oil. Oh, yes, you know, in the northern region of Uganda, they make a lot of this oil. They use it for food, it's good for the skin, it's good for the hair. And from this oil, I think you can still transfer it and make shear butter for your skincare routine. So, today, we are learning how to make shear nut oil right from the scratch. We are going to start from the seeds up to when we have our oil. So I had to travel a really long distance with my ninja Desmas. He knew a lady who makes it, so he brought me this side. So I'm going to spend the whole day with the lady who makes this shea nut oil. But the challenge is I speak English. I don't know the local language, and she doesn't know English. It is time to be as attentive as possible, pay as much attention, follow as much as possible because of language barrier. I tell you, if you've never traveled, you've not experienced that problem. I've always seen it as a light thing, but now I'm getting to experience it right away.
First things first, we have to remove the broken nuts. These burn faster, okay, before even the rest, the whole nuts get ready. So we have to first sort them out and remove them before anything.
We have poured our seeds on top of the ash, which we first put in this. Should I call it a pan or it's a what? This rectangular pan. So that's where I'm following closely. I can't ask because there is a problem of language barrier. Meanwhile, I'm told the process is a long process and the sun is already scorching, so we just have to work under the sun and have the results. Yeah, because she also does this all day. This is her source of income, and yeah, she always works under the sun. I'm surprised. Yeah, there is no shade where she's working from. So that's where we're going to spend our day.
I'm one person who always delights in working as a team. I'm sure like we can always save time if we work together to achieve a common goal. So this is something she couldn't do alone. Really, it's not something easy. We are working under sun, and then she has to be adding firewood and then stirring, because once the fire is set, you do not really have to stop stirring, otherwise the seeds will burn. So what we had to do, one kept stirring as another one kept adding the firewood, because it's also a great thing to keep the fire constant so that they can get ready faster. Yes, so one could continue adding the firewood as one continues stirring, because if you concentrate on one, you'll miss out on the other. And this is the hat she always uses in the hot days. Of course, most of the days are hot and she works under hot days. This is the hat she always puts on to protect herself from the scorching sun.
So I just got an accident. I don't know. Something pierced me in my finger. I think those things I was breaking, but you know it is teamwork. I can't stop. I have to help her. But something piercing you in the nail is so painful. But nevertheless, in my bag here, I have a first aid kit which TIA gave me along. So in this first aid kit, I had to add propolis to it. You know, propolis dries wounds faster. It is bee propolis. Yeah, it is good to have first aid all the time. So work has to continue. Propolis is going to seal this thing up. Yeah, I can't put my plaster because it's not so huge. I'm sure it's not going to get in a lot of dirt. So we have to keep stirring all through. That is what I get to understand, because ever since we started stirring, it seems they're not supposed to be, I don't know, but ever since she started stirring, she has not stopped. That means I have to keep putting in the fire as she stirs, because I don't want the phone to get so hot. I think I have to remove this to make the shade for the phone. Yes, because our process is quite long and I wouldn't want the phone to heat up. So we have to make this shade for the phone. At this point, we are not adding in any more firewood. She's just shown me a sign that stop. I don't know. Yeah, we are stopping. The scent is already so.
What I noticed here, she has a few equipment to help her with her work, but the challenge is some are old. For example, like this net, it kept on tearing and pouring the seeds out. But then I asked her, do you have any other option? She's like, no, this is the only one I have. And the little profits I make, I cannot use them to buy another net. How did I get to know this? I recorded her saying, I was pointing at the net and I'm like, asking by sign language if there is another one, and then I gave that recording to someone who could translate to me and told me she was saying this is the only one I have and I can't use my profits to buy another one soon, but she was planning to buy later. Yes,
guys, the sun is serious. So I have just gotten to learn that the leaves that were brought, where she put them and shook, were mainly to clean them. I didn't ask, remember, no communication, but I'm getting to know everything by paying attention and by following. So the leaves were meant to clean these nuts, because at first, remember, they had ash on them, but now they came out like this. Yeah, so the leaves are to clean and remove the ash from the nuts.
just to tell you something, she normally makes this every Tuesday and every Thursday. Yes, because there is a Wednesday market always and also a Friday market. So the time we went to her, it was none of those days. So she's like, maybe what you have to do, you come on a market day, give me the money, I buy the seeds and then I make for you. It is tiresome work, like you can see, but she sacrificed, and since we could not make it on the days she normally makes hers for the market, she fixed one a day for us to go and make for us this shear oil. Guys, as you can see, everything is so tasking, so demanding, needs a lot of energy, the sun and everything. I really appreciate the sacrifice she made for me, because I told her I love the oil, but I can't make it on any of those days because I'll not be able to leave home on any of those days. And then she fixed in another day. That means even the next day she had to concentrate on making the one she would take for the market, because it is hard to do a lot of this compared to the work we've seen her doing. It's hard to do it all in one day. It is very tiresome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate whatever she did for me. See how I'm saying thank you as if she's watching this video. No, she's not.
Guys, I'm here resting already. It is not easy at all. It's not easy at all. I've just been pounding, but oh my god, it's not easy. Not at all. Then with the pounding stage, but this whole process took us like approximately an hour and a half, because you have to really pound them till they turn oily, like you can see here, till they turn oily. So it took us around 1 hour and a half. Just imagine, I told her we go to the shade, she's like, no, we have to work under the sun so that we can know. No laziness, we have to move out of the sun very soon. Wow. She's just brought the pounded nuts, the paste, at this grinding stone. So I think the next step is grinding. We are not talking, I'm just following. Okay. The grinding helps to make the particles fine enough, or to even increase the surface area. Okay, oh yes, because now we have to put, because this whole paste has to be heated, so grinding increases the surface area. Here is your village champion, your international content creator, your girl Shear, setting the fire. Oh yes, because we really need it hot, like hot, to boil out this oil out of the paste. So the next thing she does, first she reduces on the water that she had added initially. I think this one she removes is to help on cleansing out the paste that would have remained in the saucepan. So she adds our paste into the warm water, because at this point it had not yet boiled. Yes, she adds it onto the water, and she makes sure nothing, not even a bit, not even a small of it, of the paste, remains in the saucepan. So she grabs it all out and makes sure it is all added onto the hot water. No wastage of resources, not at all. We have to ensure that the paste is well mixed with the water, so you have to keep stirring until it's all evenly mixed. Oh yes, because without the perfect mixture we will not get the oil we want. So we have to stir for some time, as long as we've just added the paste to the water. Here is the mother to the husband of this lady. I didn't tell you, the husband happens to be the chairman of this area. So mama came to collect some plates to make for us some food. Oh yes, but I noticed something. She had a wound on her leg, and it looked like it was really not cared for, like no medicine, nothing. It looked so bad. So I had to add some propolis, because I know the magic in propolis. Oh yes, I had to add some propolis onto it, and she was very thankful. Yes, she's saying what? What is she saying?
She said you like that video.
Hey, I get her video. Oh, like that. soldiers. We are resting here as we wait for that pot to boil until when it's ready. I told you in the voicing over is when I'll give clear details, but we are just here waiting as we get something to eat. You know, it's been a long day. This thing literally, the process is so long, it literally takes the whole day to make this shear nut oil. Guys, this thing has been boiling for approximately 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. This process is not easy at all, but now it's time to pick it out, and I think it boils until all the water evaporates off. I told you these are not things I can ask her, but I can just follow and get to know, because it's been boiling, like the pot has been boiling for like 2 hours. Now it's time to remove them. I see she's organizing something. So I told you everything about here is being attentive and following closely. So let's follow her closely and get to know. All right.
So once all the water has evaporated, what remains are the residues and the oil on top. So this is what she's trying to do, trying to collect all the residues together so that they can settle, and then we get to take off our oil. And this is exactly what she does. The hottest pot, you may need to hold it with something like a cloth, or yes, to protect yourself. All this you're seeing is the shear oil. Finally, we have our oil ready, and I am so excited, guys. I just can't wait to test it.
Wow.
Then for the foam, is it called foam? As in, locally we call it a viovu that are on top. She gets a feather of the bird and then removes them while collecting them somewhere. Yep.
So she has just told me in her local language, because she has served me food here. So she's like, can we put some in the food? I just saw the sign language and I really got to know what she was talking about. So we are going to taste our very own shear oil. Okay, time for testing. I put here or here. So, even here in the rice. Yeah, she has also told me I can put it in the rice, that it is very healthy. You can eat it raw. It's very healthy oil. So I'm putting it right there. The only oil you can eat like this while raw. Can you eat cooking oil like this? No. It is so nice. You could eat entirely a whole bottle of this oil, guys. It is bad etiquette to eat while filming, but we are having our meal already. The oil is tasting so good.
because I told her I was going to buy all the oil that we had made as a way of supporting the business also, she had to measure. It's time now to measure the oil and get to see how much oil we've gotten from our shear seeds. Oh yes, and this is what she uses to measure. She puts it in the jug for easy, because if you don't use a jug, it can easily spill. So she puts it in a jug and then measures using a soda bottle. So each of these bottles goes for 3,000 Uganda shillings. 3,000 is approximately $0.9 or $0.89 or $0.9 around there. So I told her I'm going to take all that we had made. And here she is measuring to see how much we've made from today's oil.
You guys, we've just finished making our shear nut oil. I tell you, it was tasty when I ate it, and I am so excited about it. So in case any of you wants shear oil, contact me. I will tell her, or I'll talk to Mr. Gwal, and then they bring for you the oil. Yes, please support her, give her business. Even if you want 10 liters, she can make for you, and she's a senior at that. I'm telling you. So in case any one of you wants shear oil, talk to me, I'll talk to her, and we'll get you the oil. Like that. Thank you so much for learning with me. Bye. Guys, my ninja has come for me. It's time to go back. Desmond has been so much of a good guide to me. In case any of you guys ever want to come this side, you just tell me, I give you his number, then you connect with him. Okay? So he has come for me. We are going back home. I have my shear oil here.